9 actions you should absolutely avoid at airports in 2025. Airport terminals can become overwhelming, but occasionally it's not the masses or postponements that destroy your journey. It's you. Or, at minimum, the minor actions you weren't aware. Not to execute. In 2025, airport regulations are more stringent. Security is more vigilant. And errors that previously weren't significant concerns can currently get you postponed, penalized, or even prohibited from boarding. That's precisely why I'm revealing 9 actions you should absolutely avoid at the airport this year. Several are obvious wisdom, but some are more deceptive than you'd anticipate, particularly the final one. It's something numerous individuals do to pamper themselves and then wind up genuinely regretting it during the flight. Let's begin. Mistake. #1. It appears innocent, correct? You clear security, observe gate 22 in proximity, and assume, I possess adequate time. I'll browse that bookshop or acquire a snack. But here's the pitfall. Airport gates aren't consistently positioned where you assume they are, particularly in massive international terminals. Your gate may be in a different terminal beyond another security checkpoint, or necessitate a shuttle transportation. One passenger invested an hour unwinding in a lounge that was merely 5 minutes from their gate, only to discover they needed to clear immigration once more and dash across the airport to prevent missing their departure. Not enjoyable. Here's the strategy. Locate your gate initially. Verify there's no unexpected barrier between you and boarding. Then proceed to explore, acquire food, or relax. It's significantly less nerve-wracking when you comprehend precisely where to position yourself and how extended it'll require to return there. Mistake number 2. We comprehend it. You desire to smell pleasant when you arrive, but here's the situation. Aircraft are enclosed metal cylinders with recirculated air. And that luxurious cologne you merely sampled 5 occasions, it may be providing the individual beside you a headache, or worse, an allergic reaction. One passenger developed complete body rashes merely from occupying a seat with remaining perfume residue. Another experienced an asthma episode during flight thanks to someone who regarded the plane like a retail store fragrance section. A modest scent is acceptable. But if you're applying everything in duty-free like you're examining for a characteristic scent, perhaps take a moment back. What smells magnificent to you may smell like chemical combat to someone else. So indeed, be considerate to your fellow passengers, nasal passages. The aircraft isn't the location for excessive application. Mistake number 3, we depend on our devices until they expire. And airports aren't consistently generous with charging stations that genuinely function. One passenger's phone expired directly before boarding, rendering them incapable to access their digital boarding document, hotel information, or even inform someone they'd arrived delayed. Worse, abandoning a laptop charger during a layover and recognizing your exclusive entertainment or work obligation is eliminated. Here's the strategy. Before you depart home, organize your chargers in your carry-on luggage. Not checked luggage. Not I'll acquire it subsequently. Possess it directly there with you. It's an additional suggestion. Bring a portable power bank to rescue when all the airport connections are occupied or malfunctioning. Because nothing indicates great journey like dashing through a terminal and investigating for a wall socket. Mistake number 4. You may desire to appear fashionable, but the airport security queue doesn't concern itself with your style. Accessories, belts, boots, metal fasteners, all of it decelerates you and can get you identified for additional screening. And once you're on the aircraft, that ensemble that appeared attractive at check-in commences to experience like a denim restraint jacket at 35,000 feet. Pursue comfort and practicality. Slip-on footwear, soft materials, and layers are your optimal selection. Security becomes more efficient when you're in flight. Experience won't experience like an endurance examination. Mistake. #5. Complimentary Wi-Fi at the airport sounds like an advantage until someone on that identical network obtains access to your passwords, bank credentials, or credit card information. Airport Wi-Fi is a hacker's paradise. In 2025 is observing even more travel frauds targeting unsecured devices. One passenger authenticated in to examine. Their bank account during a layover and concluded with their identity stolen. Not the type of keepsake you desire from a journey. So, here's the resolution. Utilize a VPN. It scrambles your data, so anyone monitoring on the network observes nothing but interference. Or superior yet, download what you require at home and bypass public Wi-Fi completely. Preserving a modest amount of data isn't worth jeopardizing your entire inbox or your bank account. Mistake number 6. It may zip secure at home if your bag protrudes. Like a loaf of banana bread, good fortune cramming it into the overhead compartment. Airlines are becoming more stringent than ever regarding carry-on dimensions in 2025, and gate attendants are genuinely implementing the regulations. Overstuffed carry-ons frequently get identified last minute, and that signifies you're checking it at the gate, presumably compensating for it, and possibly even getting separated from important items you intended to maintain with you. Here's your strategy. Examine the airline's carry-on dimension and weight restrictions. Utilize a luggage scale if you require to, and don't organize like you're departing off the network for 30 days. You're not. A lighter bag signifies less tension, quicker boarding, fewer disapproving glances in the corridor. Mistake number 7. A glass of wine to soothe your anxiety. Completely acceptable. God. But 3 mixed drinks and a shot of tequila? That's a boarding document. To nowhere? Here's what individuals disregard. Alcohol impacts more intensely in the air. The reduced oxygen levels and arid cabin, pressure amplify the effects. So that beverage that experienced enjoyable in the terminal may transform you into that passenger once you're airborne. It's even worse if a gate attendant believes you're intoxicated. Before you board, they can refuse you admission to the flight completely. It's their determination. No reimbursement, no disputing. It's merely you observing your plane depart from the bar you never should have remained at. So indeed, comprehend your threshold. This isn't the occasion to examine how vacation mode you can become before 35,000 feet. Preserve the celebration for when you arrive. Mistake number 8. This may be the most significant airport novice error of all time. You dash to refill your water container. Your laptop bag is only several feet distant, and you determine it'll be acceptable for a minute. But here's what can transpire in that 1 minute. Security identifies your unattended bag. They alert personnel. The terminal enters into restriction. Announcements commence broadcasting, and you are the individual everyone's directing disapproving glances at. Not exclusively is it a massive interruption. It could also get your bag seized, you interrogated by security, or even prohibited from traveling that day. There are also criminals who anticipate precisely that moment. Laptops, passports, headphones, eliminated. So here's the regulation. If it's not connected to you, it's not secure. If you're required to depart, acquire your possessions or possess someone you genuinely know, observe it. Never trust merely. Be rapid because airport security won't be. Before we proceed to the final one. Quickly, if you've reached this far, you're clearly someone who appreciates preventing airport disorder. Proceed and press that subscribe button if you haven't already. I release beneficial travel suggestions like this every week to verify your journey commences smooth and remains stress-free. Alright, on to number 9. And indeed, this one's personal. Mistake number 9. We comprehended. You're in a novel location. The airport possesses the scent of adventure. And those spicy dumplings or mysterious street tacos are summoning your identity. But here's the situation. Your stomach doesn't concern itself. How cultured you're attempting to be. Attempting novel food directly before a flight is a risk, and not the enjoyable type. Airplane restrooms aren't precisely 5-star experiences, and once you're in the air, there's no escaping the consequences. 1. Unfortunate passenger attempted sugar-free gummy bears for the initial time before a flight. Let's merely state the exclusive thing more turbulent than the flight was their interior system. If you're famished, adhere to light, familiar meals before traveling. Your digestive system will appreciate you, and so will the individual occupying the seat beside you, because there's no worse location to risk the digestive gamble than 35,000 feet above the terrain.